Apes, airdrops, and anime. It's NFT Bro or Josh here, and I've got your Web3 weekly wrap up. We'll do another video run through of the X post. So yeah, again, if you prefer to read, go check that out on X. But otherwise, here we go. We've got 13 updates today. So firstly, I want to touch base on the Yuga town hall that they had. So this time it was in the other side. So you can see in the image there was a whole bunch of the 3D apes and other avatars, and they were all hanging out listening to Greg Solano, who's the CEO of Yuga. Quite a few things that were touched on. So they're going to do monthly events in other side. There's 3D coders coming. There's builder tools and rewards for builders who are building in other side. Something called Project Dragon in July, and ApeChain is launching in late summer. Next up we have Futureverse. So Quest 10 is live, so if you're doing these quests for Root, Quest 10 is live, and all you have to do is jump into a ticketed race in Races. If you are not familiar with this process, I actually have a full how-to video on X as well in my highlights. It's also on YouTube, so check that out if you need to. Another thing to mention there as well is Aaron McDonald has been a bit leaky, I guess, on X, so check out his profile. He talked about some things coming up in May. He was also sharing some more 3D AI renderings that their AI tools can do, like some party bear crossed with like Star Wars kind of vibes and a flufflet. Yeah, that's all pretty cool, worth checking out. I've got a wee typo in there. The Agen Foundation has launched their Agen token. So the claim window closes on the 7th of September, but it's not actually going to be unlockable or tradable until about the end of September. So there was quite a bit of negativity on X and other platforms, people not quite expecting it to be like that. Because of this, they have announced that I think like active wallets get another 100 Agen, and there was potentially that some of those wallets were only going to get 10 in the first place. So that's a bit of a boost and an increase for them. Another exciting one is the Wilder World Wheels Arcade Racing Tournament is live. So they have 100,000 wild up for grabs. I think last time I checked, it might have been close to $1. It might have dropped back a little bit now, but so that's some pretty good prize money. So there's weekly prize pools for fastest lap times, and I think like an overall fastest lap time, different prizes along the way, and qualifying for some sort of like finale event at Consensus in Austin, which is at the end of May. Another one was Pudgy Penguins. So OCAP Games have they're going to be launching a trading card game, and so they need 200 Pudgy Penguins. So if you have a Pudgy Penguin that you want to be involved, so OCAP Games, sorry, is Orange Cap Games, you can submit your penguin to be involved in that. Azuki has launched their first, or released their first anime. It's The Waiting Man episode 1. This is part of their series Into the Garden. It's been some pretty good reviews. I think it's about 8 minutes long. So check that out if you're into that kind of thing. Alright, continuing on, we've got so you will be familiar with the sentencing and the fines for Binance. So CZ had his sentencing last week, and he's been sentenced to 4 months in prison, which in the scheme of things is pretty good. He could have had up to 10 years, but when you consider that they've already paid over $4 billion in like fines, probably makes a bit more sense. Another one that has been big on X this week is Fantasy Top has launched. So the Fantasy Beta is live on mainnet on Blast. So how this works is you can buy like a pack of heroes. So you can buy a pack of 5 cards, and they are heroes or like X influencers essentially. And you can participate in tournaments, and I think it's based on like how their engagement scores are going. You can win. There's also people using it to farm gold at the moment on Blast. Seems to be gaining in a bit of popularity. Last time I checked, a pack of 5 cards was about 0.25 ETH, so it's pretty expensive, but on the secondary you could buy cards for under 0.01 ETH as well. So it is semi-accessible if you want to have a play around. If you do, I've got a code, it's NFT Bro, so just chuck that in. Pirate Nation have announced a bunch of community partners this week, so there's likes of Azuki and Pudgies and Sappy Seals and Wreck Guy and ETH Lizards. So anyone from those communities could claim a pirate and start earning booty. Not too familiar with that, but could be worth checking out. Another wilder one here, Wilder World, is they have also teased their shooter game. So Wilder World are actually working on 4 different game modes inside of Wilder World. Racing, shooting, I think maybe some sort of open world. I'm not actually sure what the other 2 are off the top of my head. Looks pretty cool anyway. We've also got the Zertmon beta is now live, so yeah, if you have any Zertmon, might be worth checking this out. There's a bit of a teaser video to go along with it. You might have heard of RootScan. So RootScan made the the beta version of the Root Network Block Explorer, and they've now launched an API and RPC tools. So if you're a builder or wanting to build on the Root Network, this should hopefully make your life a little bit easier. And finally, Mode Network Season 1 has ended, and there is 500 million mode allocated and claimable on the 7th of May, so that is like in a day or two. And Season 2 will run until the 6th of September, so quite a wee way off now. But that's all I've got for you this week. We'll see you next time.